Have you ever encountered someone so dislikable that it made your skin crawl? Here is the reality. Some people are just not likable, and you might be one of them. Many men have dislikable habits that hinder their ability to forge meaningful connections and seize life-changing opportunities, and they don't even know it. These men believe that they should not care about other people's opinions at all, and instead expect others to accept them as they are. While this attitude might sound admirable, the reality is, it's often a manifestation of their ego being too inflated to admit the need for improvement. Don't let your ego cloud your judgment. While it's important to not be overly concerned with the opinions of others, it's just as crucial to be able to objectively assess yourself as a man. We all have room for growth, and there might be habits you could easily change to become a more likable person. In this video, we will discuss 7 disgusting habits that stop people from liking you. Number 1. Only engaging in small talk. While there is a time and place for small talk, many individuals go overboard with it. When you are known only for engaging in small talk, there's no meaning in talking to you. It becomes pointless, and people would rather walk the other way to avoid you. There might be times when initiating a conversation with some small talk can be advantageous for breaking the ice, but for the most part, it's better to talk about meaningful subjects or not speak at all. Number 2. No conversational awareness. The polar opposite of small talk is being overly friendly or personal with someone you don't know very well. Some men would physically hurt you for doing this. It's a sign of disrespect and an easy way to overstep someone's boundaries. You need to know where you stand with someone and what your relationship is before you start running your mouth like a fool. Number 3. Weak body language. People generally prefer the company of those who exude strength rather than weakness. This preference is deeply ingrained in our biology. Why? Because a lack of strong character can compromise the well-being of the group. Your weakness will cause others to suffer. Displaying weak body language is one of the top contributing factors to becoming unlikable. Weak body language signals vulnerability. It's the easiest way to let everyone know that you're a harmless prey seeking mercy. Pathetic. Think about a powerful king versus a weak slave. A slave exhibits weak body language, avoiding eye contact, displaying poor posture, suppressing laughter, and overly trying to please others. He has been whipped and punished so much that even his handshake is weak. On the other hand, a king walks with confidence, making eye contact without staring, and exudes a commanding presence. His handshake is firm, but not forced. His presence is admirable. Now you could argue that comparing a slave to a king isn't a fair comparison because the slave has been tortured and weakened. That is a good point, but the reality is, most people still choose to adopt the body language of the slave without ever having to endure such hardships. Many people like to do something called exaggerated nodding. This is when you overly agree and keep nodding your head in a conversation. This signals anxiety about approval. People may perceive your heavy nods as a sign that you might agree with them or understand something that you actually don't. Ask yourself, which one of the two would do this? Is it the king or is it the slave? Another thing that can be extremely off-putting is faking a smile. Far worse than not smiling at all is faking a smile. This makes you insincere at best and a fraud at worst. Learn to let your smile emerge naturally and don't force it. Ask yourself this: if someone makes a joke that is not funny, but everyone is laughing, would the powerful king need to force a fake smile? Both the exaggerated nodding and the fake smile are insincere and make you unlikable. Number 4. Poor hygiene. You could do everything right, but if you smell bad, people will still dislike you. Take a second to think about a situation where you came across a person that smelled bad. Think about how you may have automatically felt dislike for that person at the time. If you stink, you are violating someone's personal space in the worst way possible. So brush your teeth and don't just take showers, but actually clean yourself. Poor hygiene can also show in your appearance. Think about someone with long and dirty fingernails. These are all things that are easy to fix, and yet they can make you extremely unlikable if not properly cared for. Number 5. Humble bragging. False modesty isn't fooling anyone. Humble bragging is one of the most unlikable things any person could ever do. For anyone who doesn't know what it means, the definition is in the word. It's pretending to be humble while actually bragging. Studies have shown that pretending to humble brag is even more distasteful than just being cocky and boastful. Do not misunderstand it. I'm not saying being cocky will get people to like you, but it is a million times better than being fake and boasting in a sneaky and disgusting way. Number 6. Excessive sharing on social media. Studies have shown that people who share too much of themselves on social media often do this to compensate for a lack of acceptance in real life. They need attention and want to be liked. Yet by doing so, they make people dislike them. Think about it. Would you like someone constantly telling you every little detail about their daily life? How would you feel about that person's constant need for attention? You can even dislike a complete stranger for being addicted to online validation. Imagine walking into the gym and seeing someone taking countless selfies or someone taking 20 pictures of their food in a restaurant. We all get told not to judge other people, but the truth is, this behavior would trigger a sense of disgust in all of us. Be aware of your own social media use and make sure you are not an addict that craves online validation. Number 7. Weak voice. While what you say is important, how you say it and the tone you use can have an even greater impact on the other person in a conversation. If your voice is weak, people may perceive you as being weak as well. Practice speaking in a manner that exudes strength and confidence. You don't have to be loud, just loud enough to be easily heard and understood. The truth is, there are ways to get more power out of your voice. Leave a comment down below if you would like me to delve deeper into that in a future video. If this video was helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.